Hi YouTube. Okay. The last thing I was talking about was getting shot. Before I do the video, I do want to make one correction yesterday. Maybe it's because we just got out of 2012. I'm not really sure why I said this, but it was August of 2011. Well, the end of July, the beginning of August, when I got out of the hospital for being shot of 2011. And like I said, maybe it's because we just got out of 2012. It just doesn't seem like it's been over a year, but I guess it has. So anyway, when I got shot, my husband and I were like a week away from going to get a gym membership. So I've determined that if it's going to happen to me, if it's going to happen to anyone, let me rephrase that. If it's going to happen to anyone, it's going to happen to me. And there's not going to be any major damage done. That's what's so funny about it. You know, I drop a 45-pound weight on my foot. No major damage, lost a toenail, it grew back. Didn't have any major damage from that. And then I get shot, and so they had to do this exploratory surgery on me to make sure that the bleeding that I was having wasn't from an internal source. You know, of course you're going to bleed, you get shot, but it wasn't from anything internal. I chipped my tailbone. You know, how does that happen when you get shot? You know, stranger things have happened. But that's just me. That's me in my life. That's how it goes. You know, major things will happen, but nothing major will happen to me. It's so weird, but it's been like that ever since I got with my husband. I don't blame him, but, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so I was probably in the hospital for about a week and a half. And I had, at that time, I really just had started hating myself and what I saw in the mirror. And I couldn't stand to look at myself. And I tell my husband constantly, you know, people say, oh, you shouldn't say that because he's going to start to see it that way. I don't understand how he can look at me or even be proud to be seen with me. It's just that's how I feel. And I'm not sure, you know, I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way. As far as overweight people, but that's how I feel. It's how can anybody stand to be seen with me? You know, it's almost like just put me in the basement and charge admission to look at me. You know, it's sad, but that's, you know, how I feel. And you know, here comes this gunshot to prevent me from joining a gym, because you know you certainly can't work out after that. You know, not for a while. I think it took a good 2 months before the doctor gave me okay to, you know, at least walk. He didn't want me to work out in a gym, but he said, you know, now you can just start walking and things like that. And so I didn't pay attention to anything he said. You know, my husband and I, once, you know, we got a gym membership. And I think it was like 2 or 3 months later we got a gym membership, and we were working out, you know, pretty religiously. We were working out at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. And, you know, I started around 250, and I think I got down to 215 in a short amount of time, probably in a couple of months. And something happened to where I think we had moved, and with all the bills and everything, we just could not keep paying for the gym. It was, you know, it was like $65 a month, and we just couldn't keep paying for the gym. You know, a 24-hour gym is extremely important to us, and we couldn't afford 24-hour fitness either, so we pretty much kind of gave up on the gym, and all my weight came back. Seems to be the common factor. You don't work out, you don't eat right, you gain weight. And so I'm back, you know, to where I started originally 11 years ago. And I'm completely miserable. The pain that I have in my back, the pain that I have in my legs, some of that has to do with having been shot. I think I hit some nerves along the way. Like, I have part of my leg is numb and it hurts to touch it. They said that would, you know, heal up, and it has gotten a little better. It used to be my entire upper thigh, but you know, some of it, there's a small portion of it that is still, you know, pain to touch and numb in some areas. And so, you know, I have back pain, I have You know, my arms hurt, I have joint pain, I've been told it's fibromyalgia, I've been told it's arthritis. Nobody has ever given me a clear answer on what is wrong with me. And then I have pain in the side of my foot sometimes that makes it impossible for me to walk. So walking around a college campus can be fun, let me tell you. Thank God I have a rolling backpack, you know, because I couldn't carry all those books. It's ridiculous how many books you have to have when you're in college. I'll be so glad when I'm down to like 2 classes. My last couple of semesters, I have like 2 classes to take, and I'll be so glad when that's all I have. But anyway, so, you know, 11 years of fighting this, I finally sat my husband down and I said, you know, I really, listen, you know, it's been 3 years, it's going on 4 years, and I'm ready to talk about weight loss surgery again with a surgeon. I'm tired, I'm done, I'm getting older. I don't see me being successful at doing this on my own again, not like I was back when I was in my, you know, mid-20s. I had no problem taking weight off and maintaining that for, I think I maintained 145 to 150, maybe 155 for about a year and a half, but I was going to the gym all the time, I was working full-time, and I had the energy to do it. Now I just don't. Maybe all the weight up and down yo-yo thing, maybe that's why I'm having such a hard time with it. I don't know. But I just cannot seem to do it this time around, and it's just taking a toll on me. I'm starting to feel the effects of it physically, and I don't like it. So I've, you know, chosen weight loss surgery again. And like I said in the beginning of this video series, that, you know, I will not do gastric bypass. I will not do that. I don't like what I've seen with it. I don't like the success rate that I've seen. You know, I see a lot of people, and I'm sure not everybody experiences this, so if anybody sees this, don't get offended. I'm not saying you personally if you haven't gone through this, if you've had the gastric bypass, but I do see a lot of people gain weight back. And I'm just not willing to do that, to do anything where I'm going to gain weight back. I'm not going to go through that again. I can't go through this again. You know, I'm tired and I've had enough. So there's lap band and there's gastric sleeve. And I've been looking at gastric sleeve. I know at one point I had said that that is what I had decided to do, but I'm back to deciding between lap band and gastric sleeve. I've been researching the chances of a band slipping on me again, and I can't find enough evidence that it does happen 100% of the time for me to not consider that as an option. Let's see, today is the 3rd. In 5 days, I go meet another doctor. I've met 3 or 4 so far in the past few months. Gastric surgeons that I'm going to go and learn more about the sleeve, and then I'm going to talk to him and see what he thinks. And if he tells me that he can do a band, and that as long as I work with the doctor and do the right thing, it probably won't slip again, or, you know, even, I don't know, I'm kind of willing to take the chance. I haven't gotten any, you know, any just hard proof evidence that a band will slip again. I know it happens, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen 100% of the time. And I am one of those rare cases that things work out for me when they don't necessarily work out for others. I'm a rare kind of person. I'm not saying that I'm more special than other people. I'm not saying that I'm some kind of superhuman, because I don't believe that. But it seems to me when it comes to situations where doctors saying, but this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen, those things don't happen. You know, lap band slippage happens between like 2 and 8% of people, and I'm one of the 2 or 8%. I mean, you know, and I have my theories as to what happened. I've never been given a clear answer on that, so I don't know really what happened when the band slipped. Maybe I had something to do with that. Maybe it was the up and down and the fills. I don't know what happened, but I know it happened. And the slips that I have seen, that I've read up on, that will definitely cause a band to slip again, was not the kind of slip that I had. So I'm almost willing to take that chance. You know, I don't know if anybody understands that. I mean, you banders, y'all know what it's like to have the lap band. And if you've had a positive experience, then, you know, you've all said that you would do it again. And I absolutely am willing to do it again, but we'll see. I'm going to stop right here, and I will continue later on today with, I think, my last video of this series. So I will see you all guys in a little bit.